What is going on, everyone? I am Steve. Where is this? From Burke Family 54 Comics. Welcome to another live stream. Today we're just going to be hanging out, talking comic books, talking TV shows, talking some football, just chilling. So if you want to join, hit that link up there in the top right of the chat. Love to have you on screen and just hang out. Before we do that, though, let's hit the intro. So like I said, if you want to join on screen, go ahead and hit that StreamYard link right up there. Hope everyone is doing well. Okay, so like I said, I just want to hang out, talk comic books, talk some comic book TV shows, talk some football, just chill. Maybe we'll even look over on the Facebook Marketplace in my area to see if there's any cool comic books that are being sold or any lots that are being sold. I don't know. I just wanted to hang out, maybe even choose the Burke box for next month. Who knows? But like I said, if you want to join on screen, go ahead and hit that link up there in the top right. What is going on, Sunday and TSP? Hello, Aggressive Relaxing, another Power Ranger fan. What is up, Jade Kiddos? What is up, sir? I will ship out your Burke box tomorrow. Congratulations on winning the January Burke box. Before we get any further, I do want to say that today's Sunday morning live stream is brought to you by, where is this? Comic Book _Pressing on Instagram. If you ever need any books pressed, hit up Eric over at Comic Book _Pressing on IG and use my promo code BURKE54. You get free shipping back to you on your first order. Alrighty. Okay, let's see here. Yo, Freaky Louie, dude, if you want to jump in here, man, hit that link up here. I don't know if we've done a live stream with you on it on my channel before. So if you want to join, hit that link up there. Mark, same for you. What is going on? Legion of Comics, hashtag We Are Legion, hashtag Burke Fam. Hope everyone is doing well on this championship Sunday morning. We got the AFC championship at 2 o'clock. We got the NFC championship after that. We got some really good TV shows that came out this week. I'll tell you what, episode 5 of Boba Fett was really good this week. If you have not seen it yet, definitely recommend seeing it. It almost feels like you could watch like episode 5 first and then go back and watch episodes like 1 through 4. Book of Boba Fett. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but that's how I feel. What is going on, Dale of Suspense? How you doing? And then Peacemaker this week, it just continues to be just a great, funny TV show. John Cena is quickly becoming one of my favorite actors. He's just he does great at those like oddball, roles. Like, he wasn't that believable, in my opinion, in the last Fast and Furious movie as Dom's brother, being his badass driver. Like, there's no way that dude knows how to drive a car like he's supposed to. Dominic Toretto doesn't even know, but he knows how to play the role. I totally would, but I'm at work, bro. Dude, that blows, man. That blows. I do not have to work on the weekends, usually. I did have to work last weekend, but yeah, so like I said, I think Peacemaker is an exceptional TV show. Book of Boba Fett, I have enjoyed. There are some people that have not enjoyed it, but I will tell you, episode 5 changes the game for Book of Boba Fett. Exceptional episode. I have yet to watch season 2 of Superman and Lois yet. I know that obviously I watched season 1 and it was really, really good. I just haven't had time to watch season 2 yet. There's been a couple episodes. I want to say 2 or 3 out at this point. I just haven't had a chance to watch them. Everyone's saying hi to everyone. Like I said, if you want to join, hit that link up above. I would definitely love to have you on. Everyone's hitting those Burke Fam emojis. I'm going to put this link in here. Everyone, let's join Burke Fam live stream. There you go. Rose. Copy that. Okay, so I'll tell you what, this week, when I was looking at the books coming out this week, I didn't feel like there was that many books coming out. I want to say like 3 books maybe that I'm thinking about getting. But that always changes on release day. Superman and Lois continues to amaze and surprise. Okay, I like that. I know that what is that guy's name? John something. Yo, aggressive relaxing. What is going on, bud?
Hey, what's up, Burke? You were talking Mando. I just thought I'd show off the thing I was building here in my Lego room.
So that looks like it's from episode 5.
Thank you very much. I hope it looks like that. I'm trying to put together a silver Naboo starfighter.
Dude, that looks good. That looks good. What did you think of episode 5?
Oh, I loved it. Do you play a lot of Star Wars video games?
I don't play video games usually.
All right, well, no worries. I'll let you know what I know then. So,
Okay.
the very beginning of it, it's all like Mandalorian heavy. He goes basically on a fetch quest, right? Spoilers for everyone who's listening. And he goes to a place and he sits in an elevator. He goes up to this place where people are dining and then has dialogue with them. It was like a cutscene out of Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
And like a lot of the things they were talking about, the history of Mandalorian, all of that stuff was really heavy in the original Knights of the Old Republic games. So
Okay.
that was very like specifically that game. And then we go to Tatooine where we start building a ship, literally visit Beggar's Canyon, and kind of turns into like Rogue Squadron or the pod racing game from the N64 days. And then the little robot from uh, Fallen Jedi. That's the game with that redheaded actor who played the Joker in Gotham. He was also one of the kids in the Gallagher kids in I can't think of it, Shameless. I don't know if you're familiar with the actor.
I haven't seen Shameless. I've
He's the
heard
guy
good
who plays.
things.
It's good, but he's this guy who plays Cal Kestis, redheaded Jedi that is still alive, and he's got a little robot that's just like that one lady, Paley Moto is what they're calling the actress from Strangers with Candy. I can't remember the actress's name right now. But the lady who's helping Mando build the starfighter. She's
Yep.
got a little droid that hops on her and helps her out, shoots
Mhm.
holographic 3D modeling at the starship to help Mando. Well, that's all a nod to that other video game, Fallen Jedi, because the little guy Cal I was talking about, he's got little BD1 that sits on his shoulder, projects 3D thing. So it was just like a love letter to Star Wars gaming. I loved it.
So Mark was saying N64 for the win. Did you ever have one of those?
Oh yeah, definitely. Whenever Mark gets to talking about N64, I totally agree. Best system ever made, right?
I mean, I don't know if I would consider it the best ever made, but I really enjoyed it. I never personally had one, so maybe that's why I don't feel that way. I had, I'll tell you how I went. So we started with the Nintendo, obviously, and then we went from the Nintendo to a Sega, and I played the crap out of Sonic the Hedgehog, obviously, and then from there we had that for a while, and then we went to a PlayStation, and then a PS2, and then I went to an Xbox 360, and that's the last system I had. I haven't gotten a new system in 14 years. So,
I I just got the new system for Christmas. I got hooked
oh,
up with the Xbox X,
is
but
it good?
I guess so. Like I got to play the Matrix thing, and you could only play um was it Unreal Engine 5 basically it was like it was more proof of concept than a game, but it let you go into what was kind of supposed to be like Neo's game from the end universe Matrix 4. It's supposed to make you feel like you're playing the game Neo had been playing, and it was pretty cool. You got to drive around New York City and play with it. But that's the only like really impressive graphic things I've seen because um, I just play Star Trek Online. Like it was, I shouldn't have been given this game system. I play like an 11-year-old game exclusively. So it really doesn't help me at all.
So Marvel versus Capcom was live, says Freaky Louie. I can tell you that I have been to Wichita, Kansas, multiple times to see my boy Panda. And his shop, his LCS, has a Marvel versus Capcom like a one up, but like bigger than a one up, like a regular arcade like system in the back of that comic book store. And I got to play it. And It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I
I
love
want
the
to get
troll.
this one arcade thing. It's pretty cool.
They are cool. I love the
I need
trolling shooting Neo made in that game. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Are you watching Peacemaker at all? Relaxing?
Yeah, man. If something happens to Eagly, we riot, right?
Right. Like I said in the beginning, I think it's an exceptional show. It's definitely different than any other like comic book show. Like obviously it's way different. I don't know. It's just it's a fun show, and definitely do not watch it with the kids because it's more for adults than kids. It's like watching like a Deadpool TV show if they make one. You know what I mean? I don't know if
Yeah, I
that's
was thinking about it's it's interesting that like James Gunn did it with Guardians too, with like this is obviously way more R-rated, but his I don't know what to call like the level of humor. It's my favorite thing. If anyone's ever seen my show, just kind of like superhero people doing mundane things. Like the idea of Superman buying, like toilet paper makes me smirk every single time. So I love this show. Like kind of, taking the piss out of superhero stuff. And just
yeah.
him,
Well,
uh like just really letting Superman and Batman have it and just being unapologetic that these things exist in this world. I
right.
really like that. It doesn't have like the CW problem of like just allude to the existence of Harley Quinn. Don't say her name because legally the lawyers will come down on it.
Right. And then they're just like, whatever. It's on the DC platform. We're gonna say it. It's in the same universe. So
Yeah, I'm looking forward to a lot more DC stuff like this. I wish they would just take what works from the CW universe. Like they had Flash come after CW did a Crisis, and you have all these great established characters over there. You should just use that Crisis to drag in all these. Well, I guess that's what they're doing with the Flash, right? And the joke about Flash is that the only character not confirmed in it so far is the Flash, right?
yeah, they haven't said the Flash's name yet in Peacemaker. For bad games, I love Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. I haven't played that
Yeah, Shadows of the Empire was brilliant when it first came out, but yeah, you try to play it now, you're like, what is going on with these controls?
yet. Oh shoot. Yeah, Peacemaker's just a fun show. Just a fun show, and they've dunked on Superman, they've dunked on Batman, they've dunked on Aquaman. Um, they dunked on a bunch of characters, like you said. I hope, my hope is that in a Flash movie, that they somehow bring in Wally West. And I'm not talking Wallace West. I'm talking Wally, red hair, Wally West, Kid Flash. I hope that they'll at least allude to his existence, or I want to see him at some point in the Titans TV show because he is a founding member of the Teen Titans and he is yet to be in the TV show, which is kind of frustrating for me. So hopefully at some point Wally gets into the TV show or the Flash movies.
Do you have an actor that you'd love to see in that role?
Yeah, I do. I would love to see. Well, here's the thing. So it's like, are we going to say that like if we're talking the Titans TV show, that's going to be different than my answer for the uh, Flash movie. So like the Titans TV show, like these people are no longer teens, right? Like they are Titans. They are adults now. They used to be teens. Now, like he's no longer Robin. He's Nightwing. You know what I mean? So I would say if we're talking a Titans TV show, I would like to see the guy that plays Archie on Riverdale play Wally West. But if we're talking like the movies, I think they need to go younger, go like with like a 15, 16-year-old, and then like go with him as he gets older, as he starts off with being Kid Flash, being a teenager, and then growing up to be a regular superhero that becomes a Flash. So that's
Yeah, they
how.
should Tom Holland this.
Yeah, I mean that's what they could. That's what they totally could do, you know. And like I feel like it's an easier transition for like that character because he's supposed to start off as a kid and then become an adult and become the main Flash, and maybe he could become the Flash after Ezra Miller because I don't think Ezra Miller is a very good uh, pick for Barry Allen, though he did have one very very good scene in the Zack Snyder Justice League movie. So I don't know.
The
I'll go
hot
back
dog
and forth
scene.
on him. What's that?
The hot dog scene.
Come on now. Come on now. You know
I
what's
don't mean, yeah, I don't mean to like put it down. I love it too.
okay.
My only problem with the Snyderverse is that you had a chance to do a second movie, right? Um, and instead of making it kind of like, an FU to the last movie, like, oh, they messed up my vision. I thought they should have, like, they had this wonderful chance, especially with his Flash visiting the CW after the crisis, just
Right.
to do a whole new movie that is retelling this exact moment in time, but now it's being done a different way. It was just such a like special moment in time where you had the Snyderverse thing you could have captured, and especially with a movie as big as the Justice League, you could have made that there's a second movie a part of the narrative instead of um like you're bringing justice for your original piece of art. You could have like pivoted and made it uh like a lot more fun so that both
Sure.
movies were things that like you would have to watch to understand what happened.
We have a
So
three
that's
ninety
my
nine.
only. I think like it's a big missed opportunity.
We have a $3.99 super chat from my boy Remiq Studios. Burke, let's go. Hit that like. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Everyone go follow Remiq Studios. It's an awesome channel. Jeremy is a hilarious dude. He has his wife on there, Angel. They do some reviews of TV shows. They obviously do comic book calls and hangouts as well. They interview some people. Great dude. Make sure you guys follow Remiq Studios. Awesome guy. Thank you again so much for the $3.99 super chat. You are amazing. So we talked about our thoughts on Wally and Flash and all that stuff. What is your hope for these last two episodes of Book of Boba Fett? We got 2 episodes left. We know, based off what we already talked about, that Mando Din Djarin is going to be joining Boba Fett to do something here in these last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like the rise of the gang war, and it's going to be like a real fun, action-heavy episode that results in the Republic getting drawn into it. And because Luke is from there, that's how we get him. With him, like I bet we get a Republic being like, oh yeah, we got to go stop Boba Fett because he's known as being kind of a monster, someone who would work with Darth Vader, right? So they're going to go after this guy and try to put down all of the gang activity on Tatooine, is what I suspect. And then because of Mando and Grogu and Luke's relationship, the Republic will end up making kind of like standing with Mando, and it will be looked down as like a bad decision from the public. But we as the audience will be like, oh, but we know, Boba's, really being depicted now as the Clint Eastwood character he was originally inspired by. That's what they're obviously really doing. He walked into town, he's going to clean up the joint. He is surprisingly honorable, way more honorable than the person we've seen. That's what one of the criticisms. This isn't the Boba we know, but the Boba we know is living in a different world where like the Empire
Sure.
ran things, and he was working with the biggest monsters in the world. So I don't think that's a good test of who he really was. When you're hanging out with Darth Vader, you try to be as cold-hearted and evil as possible so you don't get choked out, right? But that's what I think is going to happen. Big war. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then the Republic gets drawn in. We get a bunch of cool cameos at the end. And it kind of like lends itself, I bet, to like why the Republic doesn't want Luke Skywalker as a part of like the government. But that's what I think they're going to allude to. That's what I think is going to happen.
So you think we're going to start getting a whole bunch of cameos? You think we're going to get Luke Skywalker again? maybe Ahsoka Tano, Grogu, a few other characters as well. That would be an epic end to the season. Very similar to season 2.
I wouldn't say it, but the 7th episode is suspicious. It just seems like they're putting a cherry on top.
That would be cool. That would be cool. I mean, Jon Favreau, I mean, he's done first 2 seasons of Mando, and he's doing this season of Boba Fett. And I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. I would definitely not put it past them. Thrawn says Dale of Suspense. Dr. Afra says Dale of Suspense. Yeah, I mean, they've been talking about that. And then the comic book community will go crazy. Yeah, I mean, they certainly could. They certainly could. I don't know.
Is there a chance that, like, that video game character I was just talking about, they made his model in Fallen Jedi look exactly like the actor, so he could show up?
Yeah, I mean, I have a feeling we haven't seen the last of Chrysanthemum. I feel like he's going to definitely be in the last 2 episodes. I feel like we will get one other major cameo. I don't know if we're going to get multiple, like you're saying, but I feel like we're going to get at least one other one. I will say this, that it feels like after watching episode 5, that like they're building up Mando and like kind of tearing down Boba Fett, which is certainly fine because they're in different stages of their career and their life. Din Djarin's a lot younger, while Boba Fett is obviously an older, experienced person. I don't know. I just feel like Mando's a lot more, the way they portrayed them, Mando's a lot more of a likable character, more fun to follow. Maybe it's just because we've already seen the first 2 seasons of Mando and he was a new character and more fun, but I don't know. They've kind of made Boba Fett kind of just boring a little bit. While, like I said, Mando's this new, fun character. And my favorite part of episode 5 was obviously the opening scene. And he's like, I can bring you in warm or I can bring you in cold.
It's cool to hear again. Yeah,
it is cool to hear that again.
Now, a lot of people were asking, like, were they making Grogu? And I hear on the internet some people are saying like chainmail. He's getting like a Star Wars version of Mithril. And I didn't see that scene. I was hoping it would be like a little lightsaber hilt.
I was hoping so too.
I don't know. We'll see though. I can't wait to see the little guy. Yeah, Star Wars is so good right now. I just finished the Thrawn book, the newest one. And that was, really interesting with it's a big prequel to why he ended up in our galaxy. And it spends a lot of time setting up, like a galaxy that sits beside the one that we follow. And, showing us all the aliens that live over there. And I really feel like that's what Star Wars is doing right now, is setting up the galaxy we know versus this other galaxy. Like, that's the future of what's going to happen. They've made a real big bad over there in this other galaxy, and I suspect that the High Republic stories, which are set in the, they're set in like 200 years before Luke and them. So I think that's there to give this other threat kind of history and weight.
So it looks like other people are speculating on Thrawn as well. I mean, this guy is listing this Star Wars Heir to the Empire, first appearance of Thrawn for 165, 160. Saying Thrawn number ones go for like $20. There was one down here for like $10, $8, whatever, $10. But I mean, it seems like Thrawn is being speculated on by a lot of comic book Star Wars fans.
And at the time period that we're in right now, he's gone. So he can't show up like in the show. But yeah, he's coming back. Well, I mean, he could. We don't know what happened to Ezra and them after the, space octopus took him.
I mean, I don't know. Like, you just never say never. Like, we didn't think we'd see, Boba Fett again. And here he is. You know what I mean? So you just never know. You mean Mandalorian season 3 episode 1? He's talking about Book of Boba Fett episode 5. Yeah, I mean, that's what it felt like. Like, I was talking to my brother-in-law He watched first 2 seasons of Mando, and I told him, like, dude, just watch the first episode. Not the first episode, the 5th episode first, because it feels like it kind of bridges the gap between Mando season 2 and then Book of Boba Fett, and then go back and watch episodes 1 through 4, because it definitely. I mean, it was a complete Mando episode in the Book of Boba Fett, and I don't know why. I enjoyed it for sure, but I was a little like confused why it was all about him when it's a Boba Fett show. I don't know, but I enjoyed it for sure.
Yeah, I kept saying jokes out loud while we were watching it, and then the jokes kept coming true. Like he came in and all of them started fighting those guys with the dark saber, and I'm like, someone shoot him in the butt. He doesn't have any armor there, and then they did. And I'm like, oh, see, I listened.
Yeah,
And then later on,
right?
huh? Oh, then I just made the joke of like, and then I guess we're just gonna not have any Boba Fett in this. And then like as the show went on, it got funnier and funnier.
I mean, he literally was not in the entire episode. Like, not once was he in that episode. And I was fine with it. But like I said, I was just confused. About why he was not. So, Flo Dameron, Star Wars fan, he's in Vegas. So we had to watch the episode on his phone. Are you winning anything? Nope. Never gambling again. That's what everyone says whenever they get done gambling or drinking, right? I'm never gambling again. I'm never drinking again, right? Right. But well, hopefully you're having a good time in Vegas, because I've been a couple times, and every time I don't ever want to leave, for sure. I love Vegas. Have you ever been to Vegas relaxing?
Yeah, definitely. I've been out there being debaucherous for sure.
Nice. Yeah, it's a fun time.
I like gambling on boats. Why?
Like boat races?
No, like specifically going onto a boat and gambling.
Oh,
Yeah,
like,
gambling boats. There's that extra level of like they could just throw me overboard if I don't,
you're talking like Ozark type, where they actually are on a boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Georgia, they got boats that would, drag you off the coast. They gamble.
Interesting. I've never done that. I mean, well, I take that back. I've been on a cruise, and the cruise had a casino in it. And there was not that many people using it. You didn't have any cash, so you had to put in your card, and then they charge it to your room, however much you want to gamble with, all that stuff, and everything was computerized. So I was on blackjack and I had to hit a button every time I wanted to get a hit, and I don't know. It wasn't as much fun as having actual cards out there for sure. So.
Yeah, I went on a cruise with a boss of mine. I used to work in a karaoke bar, and it was like after a really good year, he brought me and the other employee and his wife. We all went on a cruise, and I lost my shirt. And this guy, every single night, he would come like back with like, oh, I got a trophy from playing poker tonight. I have all this money.
Nice.
Oh, tonight paid for the cruise. I'm like, what the? Yeah, this is night and day. I'm over here like I can only do the penny slots for the rest of the cruise. I'm sorry.
It's funny how that works. I mean, I've been in the casino a few times where I won 200, 400, whatever. But most of the time that I go, I'd say 75% of the time I go, I just lose all my money. So very sparingly do I go in and I win money. But I think that's how they pay for everything, right? That's how they pay for everything. Are you going to watch the Chiefs and Bengals and then the Rams and 49ers today?
I'll be checking in on my phone. Like,
Okay.
man, I'll just be working the rest of the day. So I can only like watch scores throughout the day. But
how dare you, Michael Tolp? How dare you?
You read this week's Nightwing?
Did it come out this week?
Or is it last week's Nightwing? I just read it. It's the one where essentially the Teen Titans show up with Wally.
Yes, and that was fantastic. Yes.
Dude, God.
So good.
That Nightwing run is so good.
It really is. And I mean, honestly, it was good since like issue 60 or so with Dan Jurgens. But once Tom Taylor took over, he took it to a completely different level. And Comic Tom did. He posted a video yesterday, but it was a cut from his live stream with Ryan. But it was they talked about Nightwing for like 17 minutes about how good it is, and it's a completely different book than any other comic book out right now with the way that it's drawn, the way that you see his like weapon actually being used for different things. Um, and it's just and he's bringing in new characters, and then he's also bringing in the Teen Titans. It's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Talk about Alfred a lot, and then how Alfred, I mean, he's playing a big part. Like even though he's gone, he's playing a big part in the run with all his wealth that he had left to Dick Grayson. So I mean, everyone knows I love me some sidekicks, and I'm definitely enjoying Nightwing. It's really really fun, and it was nice to see Comic Tom post a video on Nightwing because it feels like all of like the bigger channels they usually only post about Marvel stuff. Top 10 lists, 9 out of 10 are Marvel books. Whatever it is, everyone's talking about Marvel. Everyone's speculating on Marvel, and that's fine. Marvel's great, but DC has some really really good characters as well with some really really great stories, including like you said, Nightwing. So
Yeah, Nightwing's been just exceptional. That one book where it was like like a comic books version of a one-shot movie where you just follow Nightwing running the whole time. That was wonderful. Um, I was really, really interested to see what Tom Taylor was going to do because it's easy to say, like, I'm going to make the world a better place and I'm going to use this money.
yep,
Then you, as a writer, the hard part, you have to go, okay, now I got to solve, the world's problem. What would I do if I had
sure.
all the money in the world? And
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
was really interested to see what he would do. And it was like 5 issues ago that he kind of made the announcement. And since then, we've been dealing with like some tie-in story stuff, and then Dick Grayson trying to get assassinated. So like a little bit of the fallout of the announcement, but we haven't seen any
Mm-hmm.
of Wing's plans until this last.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I loved his idea too of like, look, all these people have just started like living here. So instead of just like running them all off and making them try to figure out a new home, let's just make this area nice for them. This is what happened in our community. Let's just embrace it and try to
Right.
like turn this frown upside down. And I had never thought of like that as a solution to a tent city of like, I don't know, bring porta potties down there. F it. They live there now. But
Well,
it's
Robert,
nice. So like I like that, and I can't wait to see the other things he comes up with.
I agree. I agree. And I just checked. Nightwing came out 2 weeks ago, so or actually it came out a week and a half ago, to be
Well,
precise.
I got a reading pile that is stacked up on me,
So
but I'm
do
picking
I.
away at it.
I still need to read Venom 3 and 4. I need to read Hulk 2 and 3. I wasn't impressed with the first issue of Hulk for the Donny Cates run, um, but I got it just to try it, and it was bad. It was bad, man. It was really bad.
Yeah, I'm all
Um,
caught up on Hulk too, and it's a quick read, and I like anyone that has checked out my channel knows I love Star Trek. So like the Star Trek imagery has got me. Like I want to see what's going on there. But in the like the first issue was a tease, and the second issue he goes through the gate, and he like immediately just like what is it like murders like this superhero team. Well, he doesn't murder them. He just hits them unconsciously, and they're killed. But it's really the tone of the book that I want to comment on. It's just weird to have Trek imagery and then kind of at the same time mix it with kind of like a James Gunn humor moment of like, oh look, here's 5 people of a like this area's superhero team, and they're just smushed as the Hulk comes through. Isn't that funny? And I'm like, well, what's the tone of this book? Am I going to see a lot of just kind of like people who aren't on Earth and are of no importance get wrecked, by like the Hulk, in the name of being badass? So I don't like that. And but I love the idea of how his engine works, like the how he would make the Hulk matter by thinking about things. Apparently, like Kaiju Wolverine. So there's some interesting ideas, but yeah, I'm kind of with you on like it immediately tone wise. I'm not into it.
Yeah, it wasn't. I didn't enjoy it very much at all. I had to remove my message at the top for invite to join the live stream because I don't know if you can see in the private chat, some person came in and they named themselves something very not cool, and then they put something not cool in the private chat. So I had to remove my invite to join the live stream. So that's why that has been removed at the top. Everyone, in case you're
Yeah, I
wondering.
see in the chat here.
Hope for me is a spec in art by. Well, that's good for a lot of people. I do know that obviously Hulk number 3 was on the hot list this week. As of right now, it's going for. Let me take a look here real quick. $15. It's going for $15. I only got one of them. And did you grab Black Panther 3 this week? Black Panther, I guess 200.
No, I didn't do my homework, and I showed up to the comic store kind of like, whistling lackadaisically, thought I had everything planned out, and I read Black Panther. I never miss an issue, but I was confident I didn't have to put it on my poll, and I missed out. I was like, oh, this is a hot book this week.
Yep, it is. And let me show you something real quick. I have. I don't even read Black Panther, but I got the FOMO. So I got this cover.
Nice.
And then I got this cover. So one will be for me, and then one will be for the Burke fam in the February Burke box. So that will be definitely going in there. I want to say Venom 4 as well is doing pretty well. It came out last week. Let me take a look here. Last I knew, I'm just going for like $10. First appearance of Bedlam. And so one of those will also go into the Burke box for next month as well.
I was able to scoop that up. I might have it. But Venom I like. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's fallout from the story. Like sure. Like they've depicted Venom essentially, as a god in the last Donny Cates issue, where he could see everything and he's policing the universe.
Right.
That makes the events of this newest book a little silly. That like he's not getting more backup from the wider symbiote world. They've tried to explain that away in the sense that like Eddie's gone, he would be the one who would convey that to these beings.
See, I need to catch up, man. I need to catch up because I think I've only read issue 1 and 2, and I wasn't impressed. But hopefully it gets better because I have all 4 issues. I just need to catch up and read them. So.
Yeah, I still think Donny Cates did a good job of putting like the toys back in the toy box. At least not for the story that Ewing wants to tell.
Have you ever heard that story that I was telling about Kyle Higgins and Shattered Grid about what Boom Studios told him?
No.
What's up, Circumstances? That's right. Go Chiefs. Okay, so I got to interview him and on whose channel? Simple Man's Comics. That was never posted. They recorded it, and I think they lost the interview. I don't know, but I talked to him for like 3 or 4 hours that one night, and he basically said that Boom Studios okayed everything that he wanted to do for Shattered Grid. Kill off Tommy, do this, do that, do this, do that, and he was super excited about it. But Boom Studios, one caveat was that he had to put all the toys back in the toy box at the end. And basically, the ending to Shattered Grid had to undo everything like it didn't even matter. And so he was kind of upset about that, but also, like, at the same time, he also got to do everything he wanted to do. So that was Boom Studios' way of saying, yes, you can do what you want to do, but you have to undo it at the end. So I don't
It's
know.
such a weird thing.
It is.
Because like what we were just talking about is I saying Johnny Cage, you did a bad job at setting up Al Ewing to have
Hmm.
his fun time on the Venom ride, right? Like you would have, if you were a writer, you want to be able to write Amazing Spider-Man or Batman, but
Hmm.
you want to write the story you thought of when you were like reading him. So you want to
Right.
set him in a place where maybe he has not had as much growth as constant second act storytelling demand.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, so like as a comic book fans, there's always people complaining either, oh, there's no growth here, or like I just did, oh, poor Al Ewing, he has to tell a story that's really hard to
Right.
tell
Right.
now because Venom's all powerful.
Hmm.
What they've done a good job of kind of like, are they trying to multiverse Power Rangers right now? Because I was trying to understand what they were trying to tell me in the last Power Rangers Universe 2. Was
I haven't
that
even
the
read it because I haven't
okay?
even read it because issue one was trash. But I will read it. I have a copy. It's just I have no idea what they're doing. I don't know if those are supposed to be the master morphers or whatever, or if they're supposed to be another team, or what is going on. I have no idea what they're doing.
Well, I won't spoil for you. It seems like it's in the ancient past.
Yeah, yeah, I do know that. I do know
An
that.
origin, I think, of like why Rangers exist is what it is. I'm not sure though.
Okay, okay. It was supposed to be written by Frank Gogol, um, and yeah, it was supposed to be like the origin story for the first Power Ranger ever, and like you said, why he exists. But he was actually removed from the book, from what I understand. I don't know. Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure Frank Gogol was supposed to be on that book, and um, I'm assuming because of you know that whole. I'm sure you saw the whole ordeal on social media from this other lady. They decided to remove him from the book and go someone else. So I don't know
Oh
if you
yeah,
saw
the local controversy. Yeah.
that. Yeah. So he was supposed to be writing this book. He was supposed to
Oh, I
be
had no idea.
he was supposed to be writing the origin for the first ever Power Ranger, and like you said, why he exists, like what that has to do with now, all that stuff. He was supposed to be writing that, and because of everything that happened, they went in another direction, from what I understand. So
Well, I understand your opinion on the first, and I would be interested to hear what you think of this next one.
okay,
Too, you
is
know,
so it's better.
it's interesting. It's still a bunch of like characters I don't really care about and things I
Sure,
don't understand yet,
sure.
but the lore implications, though not clearly set out, are interesting. So maybe wait and see if, like,
Okay.
it becomes clear what they're saying if you really don't want to spend the money on it.
Hmm.
But
I will
yeah,
tell
it's like
you. Sorry,
hmm?
I don't mean to cut you off there. I will tell you that I did not read. There's a hole in my Power Rangers collection. There is from issue like 32 through like 38. I do not have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 32 through 38 because it was called the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but they had no Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in that area. That was with like the Solar Rangers and all that, and it just I read like the first issue, and I'm just like, no, I ain't gonna read this. This is terrible. I've heard it's actually really good, but I just didn't care about the characters, and so I actually have a like 5, 6 issue, 7 issue hole in my collection because I didn't get that storyline. So
But I was gonna say my phone's about to die, so I gotta take off. I'll just leave you with my thoughts on the newest Power Rangers before I do, which is what I really, really liked about that series was that it seemed like it was telling the background information in the shows that we have watched. And it was really fun, these comics, that they were adding kind of like adult themes and kind of bigger ideas to the very G-rated, Power Ranger stories that we love. But now it's gotten so big with the Emperor War that it's like, well, this definitely couldn't have happened in the universe that I love and have been watching. So is this a multiverse? And there's other things that lend to that theory. But at the same time, the Emperor, where it is right now, the giant war and how it's all come together, and Zordon. I don't want to spoil things for you, but like, there's a bunch of people battling in fun ways, and huge Zord mashups, and it's just become so much fun the last few issues that I really do like it. But I'm not sure, what it is anymore. For a long time, I thought it was, just like informing the TV show I watched, but now it seems to be something else.
Well, like I said, I will still read it at some point here, probably maybe even today. I will read it. I just heard it wasn't good, and issue 1 wasn't very good, but maybe it'll get better. Maybe I'll get more interested in it. I don't know.
Yeah, the last 2 issues with Tommy and the Matt character, kind of like working out their issues and.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was fun. That was great.
Yeah, what you said, it was fun. It was neat to see.
It was. And we
oh, my phone's dying. It was fun, Burke. I'll talk to you later.
All right, later, bud. Yeah, I've enjoyed Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Mighty Morphin series and the Power Rangers series. I clicked the wrong thing. And it was a good time. Multiverse, where Voltron is at the center and Power Rangers are secondary versions. What is up, Rod's Fat Stacks? How's it going? Like I said, I enjoyed Mighty Morphin. Sorry, I had to. And Power Rangers right now. It's been fun. I don't know if it's been like a great story overall, but it has been fun for sure. I did want to take a look really quickly at this week's books coming out. Talk about what books I'm going to get, and then I want to take a look real quick on the Facebook Marketplace to see if there's any good comic books that are being sold in my area. So that's what we're going to be doing here for the last 15 minutes of this Sunday morning live stream hangout. If you want to join on camera, I put it in the Burke Fam chats. I had to remove it from the chat over here because someone came in and they said something stupid, and I never even put them on the screen, but they put something in the private chat and they had a really bad name. So anyways, here we go. So I'm definitely going to be grabbing Batman 120. Let me see what cover I want. No, gross. Probably just get this cover A, if I'm being honest. I like it better. I usually like the Matina covers, but that to me is not a good Matina cover. So not going to get that. I'm going to get the cover A. Let's see what else comes out this week. I'm going to be reading Dark Knights of Steel. I don't have room for it in my collection, but it is a good story. I don't really want to pick up any more like miniseries. I already have too many miniseries, and I just would prefer to read that digitally. So I will continue to do that. I love the Liz Wonder Tyler Kirkham Nocterra cover this week. Okay, let's take a look at that. Let's see. This is it right here. There you go. Nice. Kind of looks like Wonder Woman. I have not been reading any Nocterra, so I have no idea what's happening in that book whatsoever, if I'm being honest. The High Republic is still going on. 14 issues in already. Wow, that's crazy. Not reading crossover anymore. I got tired of it. Suicide Squad 12 comes out. I was able to pick up the books I'm missing from that run, so I will get that. Probably get cover A. Cover B doesn't look that cool. Let's see what else. Spawn. I don't read Spawn. Hey, John Norris, how's it going? Hey, brothers and sisters, players. Yep. Yeah, I hope so. I hope the Chiefs win today. Liz Wonder is apparently a Wonder Woman cosplayer. That makes sense. Yep. Chiefs by a million circumstances. Chiefs by a million. Let's see here. Sabretooth #1. I wonder if Dustin from Two Bros is getting that or not. I do know Mark from Legion of Comics is getting this. Justice League Incarnate #4. I've not been reading that. I do have issue 1 of Star Wars Crimson Reign. That was A-OK to me by Dan from Blue Hellion Comics. I have not read it, but if it's good, maybe I'll get issue 2. If it's good, I might get issue 2. Just I'm so behind on all the books that I already have. I probably should stop going to the store until I've read everything I have. Arkham City, The Order of the World, number 5. I'm pretty sure Mark from Legion of Comics is getting that. Geiger, 80-page giant. I know a lot of people are excited about that. This is a really cool Joker puzzle box, number 7. It's a pretty cool cover. I've not been reading it, but that's a cool cover. There's a Ryan Brown variant, but the cover A looks better in my opinion. Hey, Wheelchair Superhero 87. What is going on? Raise the flag, yes, sir. How's everyone doing? Let me know in the chat what books you guys are getting this week. Let me know what books you guys are getting. I'm definitely going to be getting Batman 120. Going to get cover A. I'll read Dark Knights of Steel number 4 digitally. I will get Suicide Squad 12. As of right now, those are the only ones I'm getting. Let me take a look at the rest of the list. I feel like there's one other book supposed to be getting. Was it Thor? Did they take Thor off the list? I feel like it was supposed to be Thor, but they may have removed it and pushed it a week. So as of right now, I only see just those 2 books. So, we were Downright Nerdy podcast was talking about Shang-Chi, about the movie, and like I was agreeing with them that like I feel like it would have been a better movie if it was just set in its own like universe instead of trying to connect to the rest of the MCU. Like I try to get it. Like I get it. Like everyone wants the MCU connected to every single Marvel movie, but I feel like that movie would have been better if it was not connected to the MCU and where they could actually just do their own kung fu type movie. So that's how I feel, and that's what they were saying as well. Excellent number 1. No, I'm not gonna get that. Basilisk, Monkey Prince. I know a lot of people were talking about that. There's that gold foil coming out this week. I think Panda pre-ordered one for like $25. I don't know. I can't remember where it got. Maybe Golden Apple Comics. I can't remember. I'm eyeing a lot of gold on eBay. Oh, nice. What is that? What is going on, Scott? A Major Grail. Okay, it's not a Grail. It's just a book I really, really want. What is it? Let me know. What book is it? I'm trying to see if there's any other books. If there's just 2 books, I might skip and just wait till next week to go get my books. Just got a Whatnot notification. You got a new follower. Nice. I need to try Whatnot. I haven't had a chance to try it yet. I mean, I have. I just haven't done it yet. Until My Knuckles Bleed, number 1. Interesting. That kind of looks like Kingpin. New Masters, number 1. Yeah, I'm probably not going to get anything else. Probably just those 2, if I'm being honest. I don't see anything else that looks good to me. So I may even wait a week and just get those 2 the following week so I don't have to go to the store. What comes out the next week? Let's see here. Justice League 2022 annual. I know at some point they're all supposed to die. So I don't know if that has to deal with that or not. Or maybe not die, but like leave the universe. Venom 5 comes back next week. I want to say next week. No, I'm not talking about this coming week, the week after. Joker 12, I'm not reading that anymore. Definitely not reading Sonic Hallel anymore. Man, I'm not reading Future State Gotham anymore either. Man, there's a lot of books coming out still that I have dropped. I stopped reading Titans United after issue 1. Oh, shoot. Scorch number 2, King of Spies. I heard people talk about that. Hey, Mighty Morphin 16 comes back the following week. That's what's up. That is what's up. Drop 7 secrets after issue 4. Oh my goodness gracious. Not that many books come out that week either, like 2 books that I'm going to get. Man, maybe 3. Venom. I see Moon Knight's out. I'll get Venom. I'll get Mighty Morphin 16. And that might be all I get for that week too. So I got like 4 books, 2 books each in the next 2 weeks. So I guess I got to come up with some other sort of content for you guys. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys are getting this weekend, next week, and I'm going to try to get Superman 78, Knight of Steel, Dark Knights of Steel, and the Detective Comics. Nice. Whatnot. Don't do it unless you have to. Unless you have to. Whatnot. Don't do it unless you have too much money. Like selling or buying. I have heard from Dustin from Two Bros that he makes a decent amount of money selling on Whatnot, and I just haven't done it yet. I'm a little nervous too. I need to get some bigger books to sell on there, but I would like to sell just like a lot of like the new comics that I've had and I just don't care about anymore. Like I got issues like 1 through 6 or 7 of Catwoman from a couple years ago with all the variants that are beautiful. I got the best of TMNT. I got some other things that I could sell in there, but he told me that it's better to just sell them like individually versus lots because you're not going to make as much and the shipping's different. So he said I would suggest selling them individually. So maybe I'll try that. I don't know. I would like to see how he does though. Is he live right now? I know he goes live on Sundays for Whatnot. Let me take a look real quick. Have you thought about getting up to speed of Justice League Incarnate before the? Nah. Oh, Whatnot. Don't buy unless you have too much money. Okay. Sign in with Google. Continue. I don't know what. I feel like I've had to like re-sign into Whatnot like every single time I get on the app. Like I don't understand why it doesn't save me. And then sometimes it does. It's really, really weird. But I need to start selling on there because I want to get a bigger book this year. In fact, I'd like to get it sooner rather than later. If I'm being honest, I'll tell you guys what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking for a Brave and the Bold 28 between a 1.0 and a 2.0, or a TMNT 1 second print or third print. Those are the 2 books that I'm looking at right now to try to get in the near future. When I say near future, I mean like the next month or 2. So that's what I'm looking at. So I'd like to sell some books to try to get some of that. I don't see these live. Okay, I did want to look on the Facebook Marketplace to see if there's any good comic books in my area that are being sold. So let's take a peek real quick before we get out of here. All right, you can already see we got Tomb of Dracula #1, 4.0. He wants $330. That's actually not bad. First appearance of Dracula. It's only a 4.0 though. Let's just type in comic book. Then let's see what we can come up with. Or what if we just type in comic? Okay. X-Men. I'm not an X-Men fan. I know a lot of people are, and I'm just not an X-Men fan whatsoever. Like, I don't even know if I own a single X-Men comic book. I don't think I own one. Not even one. Batman 181, first Poison Ivy, good minus, so probably like a 2.0. Some stains, some writing on the cover, $730. Ooh wee. 171, first Silver Age appearance of the Riddler, VG plus, $650. Has some chew and a bit of chipping. No, thank you. I'm to the point with some of these older books that I'd almost rather just buy them graded. I mean, when I'm looking for this Brave and the Bold 28 right now, I want to buy it graded. I want to buy it in the 1.0 to 2.0, already graded. I don't have to worry about anything. Ever since that whole Tech 359 fiasco where I bought a book that was incomplete, cut up and all that, like, I just would rather buy an older book complete. So, all right, let's see what else here. I had this book. I gave it away in the mystery box. Here we got a Web of Spider-Man #100 holographic cover. $75, 9.6. That's not bad. I don't care about it though, so I'm not gonna get it. Grab bag. I see these all the time on Facebook and YouTube. Not YouTube. Facebook and eBay. And yeah, no. Stay away from those. That's a total scam. 100% a scam. We got a Hulk lot here. Let's see. Marvel Milestones #1. I think there's a 102 here. Is that it? I don't see a 180 or 181. So, I mean, I think what's the other one? It's like a 271 First Rocket. Mark will let me know what number it is. I'm pretty sure it's a 271 though. Yeah, not a Hulk fan either. I don't know if I guess I own just a couple of Hulk books. I gotta learn to sell books. I have so much right now, dude. I know. Hawkman 4 is my girl for this year, dude. Here's my suggestion that I'm gonna try to follow myself. Is I got like 10, 12 short boxes of books, right? And like, yes, I'm trying to fill my Batman run. Yes, Power Rangers, they're not leaving. Flash, not leaving. All the other stuff, for the most part, I need to sell. I need to sell because I want to free up that money to get me a big book because you can't see those books. You can't see anything in there. You guys don't even know what's in there. Like I got all these books that no one cares about, and I honestly probably don't even care about, that I've read or that I haven't read or that I got from a collection. I don't know. That I just need to cash out on and put all that money together for one big book because I'd rather have a Brave and a Bold first appearance of Justice League, Brave and Bold 28 first appearance of Justice League, than like 200, 300, 500, whatever $3 books. So that exact same Hulk lot ad is on my Facebook Marketplace as well. Too many sellers on the marketplace in cards and comics. Yeah, I haven't sold on Facebook at all in terms of comic books, but I bought on Facebook before. I bought on like pretty much everything. What is this? Fantastic Four #5, coverless, first appearance of Doctor Doom. $2,500. Really? Wow. Giant size X-Men #1, 0.5, 850. No cover as well. I don't know why people would buy that. Like I get like I understand everything has a monetary value, but why would you buy a copy without the cover? Unless it's like Batman 1 or like maybe even AF-15, but even then you want that cover on there. Like I don't know. I don't know why people would buy it graded with no cover on there. So you're just seeing the inside of the book. I never would. That's just me. And this is like that is a cool Submariner comic. Submariner 62. 20 center. I just don't see anything cool on here. There's like nothing. What if I type in like CGC? So now what comes up? Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we are getting somewhere. All right, we got an ASM 101 first appearance of Morbius, $450 for 3.5. Is it really going for that now? I felt like a 6L was going for 400, but maybe prices have gone up. I guess all prices have, but I don't know. Tales of Suspense 74, CGC 75, $100. It's not bad if you're a cat fan. Not bad at all. 75 is a decent grade for that book. Hey, here you go, Tyler. Where are you at? Where's Tyler at? Where's Tyler at? Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I'll take a coverless grails all day long. Okay, all right. Hope everyone has a great day. I'm just hoping. Okay, yeah, we'll see you later, Kyle. Take it easy, bud. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Price is not 500. It's 2,400 for the pair. So you got a Clayton Crane signed Spider-Man #1 facsimile convention edition signed. And then obviously you got the first appearance of Venom and a 9.6. So I'm not sure it's worth $2,400 at this point. I mean, I'm assuming this book is probably like $300 and a 9.6. It was one for like 2,000 or like 2,300. It's not there anymore. In fact, I'd be willing. Let's just take a look. I'm pretty sure it's going for like 1,800. And it ends in 10 hours. 1900, 1850, 1700. So I mean, this guy's off his rocker if he's trying to get $2,400 for that pair. That's too much. That is too much. Because when you're trying to buy something, right? Like you're looking for a deal. Like you're not going to pay over. Never mind. I just sent in one of these to CGC. Wow, their case sucks. Look at how the label's like going sideways in here. Man, CGC, you suck at magazine cases and labels. My gosh. I want to say this is like 140. That's like the Days of Future Past, right? Or maybe it's like right after it. Another X-Men. I'm just not an X-Men fan, like I said. I don't care. I don't care about the characters. I don't know. I mean, Gambit's cool. I think he's a baller because he's like I don't know. He's just a cool cat. There's no price on this. Oh, $200. It's not bad. The red foil is cool. Could have had one of those for $20, like a year or two ago. 170 for a 9.6 of this. That's not bad. That ain't bad. What is it? What's it going for in this place that I don't like to buy from? Same price. Well, don't look at what they're being sold for. See what the actual sold. 180, 130, 150, 130, 175. Okay, so 9.6 for 170. It's about right on. 9.0 for 990. That seems high. That should be like 800. But values change a lot. Values change a lot. You got a 9.4. That's a reprint. I feel like that's high too. I feel like a 9.6 at $333 is a little high for that book. I mean, I know it's not considering what it was, but I feel like it's gone down since then. Let's take a look. $375, $275, $300. So I guess it's not bad. $280. What is this? Newsstand? No, direct. $290. Yeah, so it's a little high. It's not terrible, but it's a little high. That's a reprint. Savage She-Hulk number 1, 9.4 for $360. I used to have one of these. In fact, I bought one raw a couple of years ago, $10. I bought one for $10. And it was like VF, but like it could have been pressed. And probably after a press, it was probably a 9.4, 9.2, 9.4. And instead, at the time, I was one of those people that like to buy and flip. So I bought it for 10, sold it for like 40 to 45. And I felt pretty good about myself. Because at the time, no one wanted that book, right? No one cared. But now, obviously, I wish I would have kept that. For only getting the book for $10, I should have kept that. That was around the same time that I bought a Ultimate Fallout 4 for $25. And I sold that too. I mean, I ended up getting another one of that, but I wish I would have kept that Savage She-Hulk number 1 for sure. Hey, we got a Uncanny X-Men 14. Oh, 5.0. That's why it's $60. Yo, Ruby G, what it do? Championship Sunday, baby. That's right. Chiefs by 1,000,000. Actually, if I'm going to give my official score prediction, I do think the Chiefs are going to beat the Bengals pretty bad. It's probably not going to be like the whole game. I feel like it'll be close until about the end of the third, sort of the fourth quarter. But I do anticipate the Chiefs winning by a final score. It doesn't sound bad, but final score 45-24. But I think it'll end up being like 35-24 going into like maybe going into the fourth quarter and the Chiefs score a couple more times to make it even worse than it is. So 45-24 is my official prediction for the Chiefs, Bengals AFC Championship. In terms of the NFC Championship, I'd probably say the Rams are going to beat the 49ers. It's not going to be as high scoring as that. I'm going to say 31-14. $400 for a 9.0 signature series, 3 times signed. I'm glad I have a 9.4 of that because that book has gone crazy. $1,500 for a 9.4. These people, I'll tell you what, man. Like it's like they don't even look at the value for what it's going for right now. Like the Elite Comics 11. Like look at that. A 9.4 sold for $850. $850. Now it's a CGCS. It's not a CGC. I get the difference. Elite Comics 11 is trying to sell a 9.4 ASM 300 for $1,100 right now, and no one's buying it. So to try to list this at $1,500, goodness gracious, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. We'll look for another minute or two. Hey, we got the King Spawn #1 signed. 100. Wait, no, he wants more than that. He just put 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's got to be more than that. Oh man, you got a newsstand edition of Spawn #1, 9.8. He wants almost $1,100 for it. That seems high. That seems high. $500 for a 9.0. Man, I remember when a 9.8 like a year ago was $800. So I don't know. That seems high too. That seems high. I feel like everyone's got like this like seller's FOMO, where like they don't want to be like, I should have waited 6 months to sell it when it went up in price. Like I feel like when you go to like shops or like cons, like books are like priced at 2 to 3 times what they should be, or like $500 more than they should be, because those sellers have that FOMO because they remember when the books were going crazy last year, and they set it the price is even higher than that because they don't want to be like a year later, like, man, I sold it for $1,000, now it's going for $1,800. I should have put $2,000 on that and gotten that for it. I don't know. I feel like sellers have that seller's FOMO right now, and it's hurting the community, in my opinion. I don't see. Hey. 8.5, $75. That's actually not bad. It's not bad at all. First appearance of Lobo. I can't say it very well. First appearance of Lobo, 8.5. I'd like, if I'm going to own that book, I'd like to have it a 9.4 or higher. I don't need to own it. I'm not a big Lobo fan, but I am a DC fan. Cool. Yeah, I don't see anything groundbreaking here on the old Facebook Marketplace. But what can you do? What can you do? Hey. What do we got here? Oh, 9.0. Dang. Something for like 9.6. $300 for a 9.2. Come on now. It's not going for $300 in a 9.2. I tell you what, man, these people they got a price too high. It's like they haven't looked at the prices have gone down. I'm glad I own this book already. I got it a couple of years ago, raw, $50. Actually, it was $48, and then I got it pressed and clean. Sent it to CGC, came back at 4.0, and I mean this guy wants $450 for a 3.5. So I'm happy that I already own it. That's for sure. I do need to get this one at some point. I do need to get one of these. I don't need a 6.0 though. Like 3.0 to 4.0, I'd be fine with. In fact, I need to upgrade my Flash 139. It's a 2.0, and I'd like to get it in a 4.0 or 5.0. With the first appearance of the Inhumans here in the 3.5 for $345. It's got that subscription increase there. I just don't care about the Inhumans. I just don't. The first appearance of Gore the God Butcher, 9.6 for $325. I feel like people can make a decent amount of money if you bought up a bunch of 9.6s, various different books. Obviously, if you're gonna do this, look at them in person, not online, but buy them and then crack and press them, send them to CGC, because the difference between a 9.6 and 9.8, especially in the bigger books, is pretty significant. It's pretty significant. 657. This is the first or second cover appearance of Damian Wayne, one of the two. X-Men 129, first appearance of Kitty Pryde and Emma Frost. Cool. Silent issue of G.I. Joe, nice. Yeah, I just don't see anything on here. Hulk 182, okay, $500, man. I remember when a Hulk 180 was like $400, $500. I passed up a 181 a couple years ago, almost 2 years ago, to the day actually. It was in March 2020, right before the pandemic hit. They wanted $1,000 for a Hulk 181. It was around a 4.0, but it was missing the Marvel value stamp. And I didn't want a green label, and so I passed it up. In fact, I was going to offer 500, which they were going to take it, but I was going to offer it. But I was just like, man, I don't want a green label. So I didn't get it. I did not get it. So, yeah, I don't see anything else here. That's not cool. So that's my live stream. Appreciate everyone for coming on and hanging out. And what's up, James? How's it going? Your market search is more realistic if you filter by local pickup only. Okay. Well, I was just trying to have a little fun there, look at everything I could. I appreciate everyone for coming on, hanging out. We had a great time. Thank you again to comicbook_pressing on IG for sponsoring the channel. If you ever need any books pressed, head up Eric over at comicbook_pressing on IG. Thank you to the 616comics.com for sponsoring the channel, sponsoring the monthly book box. Make sure you guys check out the 616comics.com for all of your exclusive variants and comic book needs. Thank you also to the channel members. Everyone in the family tier is entered to win a monthly book box sponsored by the 616. A link to everyone in the family and friend tier, a link to their Instagram or YouTube is in the description of all of my videos. Make sure you guys are subscribed to them, following them, and supporting this amazing community. Thank you to everyone as well in the supporter tier. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. We had a great time. And as always, go Cats, Cowabunga, and it's more.